Just following on from your answer to Niv, I mean, how do you see the gap to the top three at the moment? I mean, how kind of far away do you think you are from bridging that 8 to 10 points that it stands?
Well, I mean, you don't know. I mean, but ultimately, you don't want to discount that possibility. That's why I keep saying, like, if you know, if fourth's our ultimate goal and we get fourth and we fall in, you know, with 2 games to spare, what does that mean? We don't aspire to anything better than that. But where we sit at the moment, with 9 games to go, we've got some difficult fixtures in there, some challenging fixtures, but there's 9 games to go. Let's see where that takes us, you know. And I'd much rather have that approach than having just one specific target of, you know. Look, it would probably make my life easier if I just said, you know what, if we make Champions League, it's great, because then everyone thinks I've done a great job. But from my perspective, I keep saying it, is that, you know, I look at teams who made the Champions League this year from last year, and that wasn't a catalyst for them kicking on. And it's not their fault, because it's more demanding. But what I'm saying is, if you rest on just that, and I'm not going to let this club rest on just where we finish this year. Whatever we finish this year should be a foundation for us being better next year.
But just in terms of the bigger picture, obviously there are 3 clubs that have had way longer with their current managers than you've had here. You've talked about building a project, and you said there, I think, in 12 months, I hope people are looking at us differently. I mean, do you expect to be in the title race in 12 months, for example?
I hope so, yeah. Otherwise, why am I doing what I'm doing? If I don't want to be, you know, that's why I came to the club. They didn't bring me to the club. As somebody said to me last week, just do your job, Ange. And my job is to come here and try and bring success. And if you don't think you're going to be in the title race in 12 months' time, then I don't know why I'm here.
Who said that to you last week?
Oh, just a confidant a couple of confidants who straighten me up every time I wobble.
And can I just ask you about tickets?
Including my wife too, by the way. Very often, yeah.
And can I ask you about a ticket price protest that some fans turned their back in the 65th minute on Saturday and protested the seating concessions. There was a protest at City yesterday at Ban Elm stand as well. I mean, you've spoken a lot about your time at South Melbourne and how that felt like more of a club than a kind of sanctuary. I wondered if you think, you know, Premier League clubs in general are kind of losing that community element.
Yeah. Oh, look, don't kid yourself. We had plenty of protests at South Melbourne, mate, and they were just as vocal, if not more. So that's been a constant. And I think my constant position on this is that the fans have a voice, and they should be allowed to use that voice in any manner that they think is appropriate, as long as it's not disruptive, as long as it's not to the detriment of kind of the club in an overall position. I was at Celtic, at the beginning of Celtic, and there was fan protests there, So, like I said, they have a voice, and I think we've seen in the past that, you know, when fans feel strongly about something, they take the opportunity to do it.
And just while it's quiet, can I ask you a slightly offbeat one? There's a documentary about push gas in Australia that I've watched recently.
Okay.
Tony Wilson, Australian journalist. You appear on it. You talked in here about how calm you are on the touchline, and kind of what comes across is push gas seemingly not really caring when you overload the back or make mistakes or concede goals. And how much of an impression did he make on you? How much that influenced you where you are today?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're in the grand final, which was the title decider, going to penalties, and he didn't even move from his seat. You know, he was like, mate, I've played in World Cup finals, I've seen it all, mate. This is not pressure. It had an impression on me. But again, you can't fake that. That's got to be part of who you are. You know, I can't, just because the great man, you know, was able to be so calm, you know, on the bench, doesn't mean that I'm going to be like him, because I'm not. You know, it has to be part of your personality. But not much got him too rolled up either way, and it was part of the beauty of him as a man that he really boiled down things to pretty simple notion that, you know, boys, it's a game of football. That's all it is, and you're either going to win, you're going to lose, or you're going to draw. That's the reality of it. Don't make too much of it. Just enjoy it.
Great.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.